Hi there, I'm Mark Sebastian, founder of Option Pit, and this is the Volatility Report reminder. This is for education purposes only. None of this should be considered investment advice. Options have risk. Consult your financial professional. So let's talk. It's just been kind of a rally since the open. Vol is coming off pretty significantly. The rut's still a little soft, but it was down a lot. The NDX was down a lot. The Dow's now green. The S&P looks like it wants to go green. It appears that the buy button got pushed a little bit ago. So if you see the, let me pull up a chart of the SPX here, like a little tick chart here. And you can kind of see, things were pretty ugly on the open for a second there. There you go. But on the open, a little bit of a dip, and then it's been straight up. And that is something I'm going to play. I think today is the day we get our turnaround when we rally. I'd probably be a vol seller here. And, I'm partially positioned that way anyway. So that would make sense. Then, as I look around, you can see there are kind of soft spots and hard spots. Apple, since their earnings, and they've done this a couple of times. If you watch Apple earnings, their earnings, they tend to do really well and then kind of peter off after a little bit. You got the same thing the last time. Really well, then it kind of petered. So we might be in that petering phase for Apple. I would not be surprised. I think it could make a trip down to maybe 170-ish. And, that's just kind of the way it is. And then if you kind of watch everything else, bonds are recovering a little bit. That was one thing we've been watching, HYG, which had been just getting murdered, actually kind of unched, and a little bit of a vol bid. I'm surprised by that. Gold, which had been kind of soft, seems to have found a little bit of footing. Oil, this one we haven't really paid attention to, but has had a really nice move. That's a nice rally from the lows. Might be time to look at USO again. Everyone's talking about GE, and I think GE is an interesting buy the dip scenario, right? Obviously, I had a little bit of a tradey thing on that I'm going to take off here, but I am going to be looking at ways to get long instead of short during chat. So that's going to be what I think ties me up. There's not a lot of great reasons to stay short. All the news that's going to be news is out, and maybe it could go to 18 or something like that. But I just don't see a big, a big follow through on General Electric from here. Financials are soft today. Qualcomm, they rejected the bid, but there's thoughts that they're going to get more bidding from more bids from what's it called? Broadcom. So I'm going to want to spend a little time looking at how to play this guy, because I think there's probably something there. We haven't really looked at Experian. In a while. I don't know why I can't remember the symbol for it all of a sudden. Anyway, I'm going to look at Experian. I can't remember. I'm having one of those morning EFX. Thank you. Equifax, not Experian. That's why. We haven't looked at Equifax in a little bit. I may play around with this one. It hasn't done much in a while, So there may be a trade there. Still watching IBM. We did a little fly on IBM since its pop has just been straight back down. Kind of interesting. So that's like a fascinating little trade. But you can see they're really taking vol down now. The S&P is green, the VIX is red. I think you could see just a little bit of a volley bloodbath today. That's the way things line up for me. There's other names that have earnings this week that I think are probably worth a look-see. I think my entire I did a little butterfly here that I really like. That I think is going to work out, and that's on top of the fact that I've got like a little strangly trade on as well. And then the last kind of group I'm going to play around with is NVIDIA. Now that they've had earnings and things been out a day, I'll give it some time to look and see what's there. But my gut says that there is today is a day to short vol and maybe set up some sort of long play, either in SPX or in the Russell or something like that. All right, folks, if you have questions, you can email me, marketoptionpit.com, or you can call me 888-TRADE-01. Have a great morning.